Welcome to our Daggerheart Homebrew actual play campaign. Pull up a chair and grab a snack, prepare for epic art. It's a homebrew brewed in a bathtub, played with Daggerheart. We've got Bex, Alyssa, Daniel, and they're bringing all the heat, with Soz and Andy in the mix to make the squad complete. And then there's Lefty, our fearless guide and sole financier. He funds this operation with change found in his rear. The budget comes from Lefty's prison pocket, so the props are kinda trash. But who needs fancy lighting when you have zero cash? So we're here on a weekly schedule, consistent as the sun, pouring blood and sweat and tears to make sure we have fun. Our dedication is unwavering, our passion is intense. So welcome to the broadcast, to the few who found the link. Our viewer count is single digits, teetering on the brink. But whether you are 12 people or maybe only 3, you're the best darn audience in our 1,000-year history. Welcome to the show! Welcome to the show!
And welcome. How you doing, people? It's us. We're back. It's freaking side quest. It's happening. Oh my god! Yeah, it's only been just a little bit over a month. Yeah, just that sounds about right. Yeah. The last episode was the end of December, right? New Year's and the date and. Just excited to finally have the kids put to bed. And, yeah. We've been a little lacking on side quest. I do apologize. I have been partially to blame for that. It's a team effort. Everything we do is a team effort, bud. All right, so just because everybody needs reminding here. Super fast recap here. Some of us were attacked in the streets by the black male. We found proof on them that they were black male and handed them off to the city guard of Vigantia. Well, what was left of them anyways. Later that night, they launched an attack on the show, the Lasonia, the Wandering Show, which we managed to fight off. It was pain really coming through there, knocking the shit out of one of the guys after he tried walking the plank while glowing because he had the his nipples. It's not guiding bolt. It's not guiding bolt. It's the bolt beacon. That's right. So we fought them off. They decided to cut their losses and bail out. We looted the bodies and found some interesting loot. Nothing that we don't need to dig up what it was, but it was kind of cool, and it is recorded where it needs to be on our character sheets. Yes. We sailed the next morning for boat, where we did the deal for pearls and other stuff. Got pearls, dropped off precision parts. That's right. And the herbs. Yeah, and came away with a half the profit. We had chests and chests of profit, some of which got handed off to the bank in that small town. Where was that in the? Well, we didn't do it here in Vigantia yet. We haven't done anything in Vigantia yet, have we? I do remember in I don't remember if it was in the notes there. No, the pearls were offloaded at Vigantia. Payment is distributed. Yes, it did happen here. Okay. It's a major town. I would figure it would be more in Vigantia than. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that was what made me second guess myself in the check. So yeah, payment was made. Really distributed most of the chest. No, one chest and a couple of loose bags were just divided among the crew. Yeah. 2 full chests were deposited into his account in the bank. Everybody ended up with between 1.5 and 2 bags. Kane was because he had done some looting. Yeah, he's got 2 bags even on my side. Bags, yeah. And so we are back in Vigantia. We can take it from the return trip from the bank, or we can say they've already gone back from the bank and figure out what happens next from there. But that's where we are right now. We are back in Vigantia. That is where we are, but when are we? What time of day is it? Because I feel like that would be an important distinguishing factor as to what is next. Right? So I've rolled a 7. Evens. Evens will be in line with that 7 a.m. or evens will be a.m. And it's 7 in the morning. Okay. So it's early. Don't question anything. So we got back from the bank. We had dinner, and now we're waking up the next day. But there you go. That works. With the magic of editing. Okay. So first thing in the morning, we will need a Narcisos. Yes. We'll need Captain and maybe somebody to go with him up to the Alabaster Vial. Let's go meet Bixley. Yes. Because that is the next major point on the cruise side of things. Hey, the last time we did this for her, she succeeded. So this is day 2. What is the difficulty? Is I never. Difficulty 14. Okay. Okay. $13. With fear. That is a failure with fear. She needs a kiss. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Didn't matter if it was hope or fear. She failed. She needs a kiss. Okay, so technically, she had not done a lunch dose so we'll say that she failed yesterday at lunch. Well, if she succeeded the last one, that was a 24-hour coverage. Oh, that is a good point. Okay. Well, you got it. It's only when she fails for the day that that's a problem. So she gets the kiss today. Yep. That means her and Nivelle are going to be shipbound. Okay. You had a list. What other... That was basically it. The next question was going to be, does Captain go to the Vow alone, or are we playing buddy system? And I feel like that's a really good question. Yeah, no, he wouldn't want anybody to be on their own, and while he would probably feel capable on his own, he also wants to set a good example. Mm-hmm. So let's work through this list real quick. Narsa and Neville are shipbound. Right. Kane, I would imagine, if he's not going ashore for food, he's going to want to stay on the ship. Generally, yes. That's a thought process there. So there's those three off the list. Ateles, Brynja, Garora, Rogar, and Taiga. If I remember right, the last time Captain went out was with Rogar, I think it was. So, in the sense of fairness, he wouldn't want to take the same person out twice in a row. Right. So that leaves Ateles, Brynja, Roar, and Taiga. Would he want to put up with Ateles? Probably not. Probably not. It might be fun to show what it's like one day. But this is a bit of a serious visit. Yeah. And Ateles has already been clapped as dangerous to go out in Gigantia right now. Right. He is a bit of a target, yes. So I think that with those two reasons by themselves, that would be enough to knock him off the list. So, and given that logic, it's probably best that the best warriors stay on the ship because we've come into port. We didn't. It's not like we went and are on a skiff, because we stayed out in the bay, which means that it's him and Taiga. Yeah, no, and that's that. I think that is walking through that process. Kind of sat down and said, "There's only one it can be." Yeah, I didn't have a preference. Right, man, but it makes sense that he would want to keep those who can defend the ship best on the ship. Yeah. And if anything happens with the captain, Taiga should be able to make quick time to the boat to get people who can help set things right. So yeah. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so we need to go from Propagate to Newgate again. That's not bad. We've done this a couple times. Yeah. Is that just the wheel, or is that... What's up? It is. It's only face wheel. Okay. I couldn't remember if I only put Faith Wheel in that binder, or if I had Gigantia in the binder as well. Gigantia is in here. No. Gigantia is not one I've got either, so she's not. I hate to say it. That's all you, bud. For anybody at home interested in what I'm eating fish sticks and fries left over from dinner. They're very tasty. The fish sticks ended up a little on the soggy side, though. They could have been a little crispier. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Try and remember that for next time. It's the last of them. We don't worry about that no more after this. And they're crinkle fries. Go ahead and comment below if I made you hungry. Leave a like if you pause the video to go get food. I think that's got that covered, right? Yeah, you covered it. Yeah. Like propagation. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna do yeah. I'm like, okay, tactically, to make the fewer number of rolls, he would stay in Coppergate, bypassing Mist Hill Arch and going to Noon Hill, but he doesn't know, he doesn't know about rolls, right? So he would just cut straight through on as short a course as possible. So, and that's an easy path right through. Yeah. Coppergate, Mist Hill Arch, Noon Hill, Twin Fair. The audience sees this, right? I can't see. Yes, the audience sees this. It's small, but yes. They get the general idea. They can see that clean line right through town. Yeah, I wonder if I suppose the question is, are they going to take that, would they take the path straight to the N or the path straight to the E? I want to make the pointer bigger. I want to make the pointer bigger. Because that's so small that you cannot see. It's like a pixel. That's stupid. Is there a whiteboard function on that? I mean, yeah, I can draw. Then you have to like do special extra stuff to erase. To erase it, yeah, without causing problems. All right. Well, I'm going to. So we're going to go this way. Straight up. Whoops. Went off the road there, but he stopped to go get a coffee. Okay. I just saw something shiny. Yeah, so hopefully you can see that. That's supposed to be a thick black line, or a thick red line, but that's not very thick at all. I don't think you can tell that that's red. I agree that it's not thick, but I can tell that's red. Okay, so first row is Coppergate, and we're looking to see whether Black Nail catches wind of Taiga and Captain Ridley as they move through. This is not going to. They're not going to be in a position to attack right now, but having the information. Exactly. I also imagine that they are going to have informants at the dawn. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so you want to do an advantage? No, can't do advantage on fate.
But I imagine there would be some extra rolls for that side of it as well.
Okay.
But nobody's looking for us right now because we're so fucking early.
Well, that's a very good point. So yeah. All right. So multicolor is chaos. Is
Fear.
Fear. That is not a good sign. Yeah, so it was a 9 and a 6. 9 was the fear die. So, even though we are really freaking early, and even though in theory nobody's watching, there are still people there who are watching in general. Like, wait a second, isn't that,
We're not.
yeah, probably not a lot of Galapa merchant captains. So I can see how he might stand out.
Murder, though. I'm sure there'd be plenty of murder.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
That sounded sarcastic.
Okay, it did, but it wasn't. Sure.
Sure.
So my thought is that by the time, like a smart pair of evil eyes would send one of their team to follow and one of their team to go notify the rest of the group. So from Copper Gate, it seems that they've got tail. I would say that Taiga would be the more inclined to be able to spot such a tail.
Taiga does have the higher instinct, regardless.
He's not going to catch it until Mist Hill Arch. We're going to that's how the disadvantage is going to happen, is he's just going to get through the first section of town with that tail. So rather than checking now to see whether we get a tail, we're checking to see whether we can shake a tail or for whether we can notice the tail first.
Shake the tail.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Sure, Taiga. That's not a good sign.
All right, we do not know through Mist Hill Arch.
Because that's 11 on the fear and 1 on the other one.
Ouch.
He's got a +2 there, so in total is 14.
Right, but we're not going for totals on a fate roll.
Oh, on a fate, that was a fate roll.
So now fate roll for Noon Hill. Do we pick them up in Noon Hill?
No.
Wow. Twin Fairs.
There's a 6. There is a 6 and a 5. Barely, but yes, we did finally catch that.
Okay, so just before we're passing through the gate, Taiga catches the captain's ears and says, "Captain, we've got followers."
Can't say that's too surprising, given the last time we were here. Not overly fond of that, but can't say I'm surprised. How many have you seen?
Just the one, sir.
Do you think we'd be able to give him the slip? Should we go where we're going?
It's like as not. We can lead him on a bit of a bit of a goose chase. I can separate up and we can knock him out and leave him in an alley somewhere.
Taiga.
I'm not suggesting that this is road, sir. Could we do that?
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but also, not saying it's a great idea. You hungry?
Peckish. Because of the beach? Because of the beach?
I got it, Tiger. How about we take a break and get ourselves some food?
I can kind of shoulder some people out of the way to a wrought iron gate that's only about waist high. And we're in an outside seating area of what looks like a coffee house.
Is it a tea house?
Close enough that the captain would be like, "Oh, I wonder what the hell is."
Okay.
So he holds Tiger holds a chair out for the captain, and then as he's moving over to his chair, he's already got 2 feathers up for the waiter to come.
Sir, please.
Yeah. Let's do a perception check for Taiga. Do you have his character sheet up?
I do.
Okay, good. Oh, wait, I do too.
Good.
But I have to.
Roll good.
Now he rolls good.
17, 18, 19 on the dash.
Oh yeah. Oh, all right. He knows where the baddie is. Seems to have posted up. Why? Why are you taking forever? I don't want you to take forever. I want you to be done. Thank you.
Chevy phones can be a bit slow sometimes. So I imagine they'll sit down and order their food at least. And is Captain going to want to know who?
What do you have in mind? I'm not sure what you.
Well, whether or not Captain Ridley is going to ask Taiga to point him out.
Ah, I see.
And then, if he does, how obvious is Taiga going to be about it? Right. It's kind of moot if the captain just asks Taiga to go try and take care of it. I don't need to know where he is. If you already know, you can go.
All right.
So it's one of those. Yeah, sure. I see this side of it, but that side's cool, but it's useless if we do this instead.
Right. What do you have? If they just sit and have breakfast, then they might as well just go straight where they're going. You know, there has to be some sort of intermediary step.
Yes.
If they're not going to shake them, then they're going to have to break them. So yeah, I think that's where the captain would land, unless somebody has something in their pocket that they could put into a drink and offer this drink to this strange guy who would probably likely be suspicious enough not to accept it. So I don't see anything like that working. Literally, we have to go, and I do have an idea of how Taiga would think to do this.
Okay.
That would give him a chance of succeeding and a chance of not having it spill out into, it would be a very limited and restrained action.
Okay. What you got? I don't think I would come up with anything that's not extravagant.
It would seem more extravagant if I told you about it first. So,
Okay,
why don't I just show you, Captain?
go ahead.
All right. I'll see you in just a few then. He steps up, gives a brief little, not even a bow. He's not even like, he's just like, I'll be right back. He goes into the cafe. Doesn't leave the area, he goes into the cafe. Through the back door. The back wall of the cafe.
Right.
I am going to need an agility check here. And then where are my, I don't have them here. So we'll set it at, he's got that. So we'll put it at 11. It's relatively simple. Viganti's tight city. So we'll put it at 11.
That's a 15 on the die with fear.
So what does that mean? That means as Taiga is making preparations, he makes the jump, he gets over, but as he is in the air and landing, he notices, really, 2 more black cloaked figures running through the streets. You'll notice that they're each running on either side of the street. If you were to be the one watching it, you would see, and they would stop at every intersection and look at a specific place on a wall. If there's a chalk mark there, then they move in that direction. If there is no chalk mark there, then they move forward. This guy, as he's been following them, has been leaving a chalk trail.
Okay. Well, that tracks with large groups.
So he knows that we've got maybe 25, 35 seconds before that one becomes 3. And who knows if there's even more following behind.
Right.
And we can check that once they get, once these two join up with
See what they do.
number 1. So he jumps over, lands. We did that with the agility check, right?
Yeah.
And that was success with fear. We saw that was the fear. We saw the guys approaching. That was the fear. So now he has to get in position so that he can drop straight down onto the head and shoulders of this guy. He's 3 floors up.
So it's going to be a good enough impact.
But because of his wings, he's got that feather fall.
So he doesn't have to worry.
He doesn't. And yes, so if he can just get that enough of a jump to be able to get on him and get him head locked or, yep. So that is going to be an unarmed strike attack roll.
Okay. I need to do that because I'm. So the attack. That's rough and awesome at the same time. 3 and 3.
Oh, so it's a critical.
It's good, but
All right.
it's a low crit.
That
That does that. And crit rolls are control damage plus the dice roll, right?
Correct.
So that's 5 plus another d4. Because he's got a d4 plus 1 for his unarmed.
First one. All right. So we're looking at a difficulty of 12. And so you already did the attack roll?
Yeah, it was.
And that was good. Okay.
6.
6 points.
6 total. Because that was a 1 on that one. So d4
Right.
1 plus the extra dice roll.
Gotcha.
And the extra dice roll wasn't
Okay. Get him.
okay.
There's a 4. Okay. The blood is him. Because that was over his major, into his major. But that was with the hope. Oh, it was critical. Yeah. So yeah, you can take your next. You get to go.
So you will do it again, I guess. 10. I guess it's just.
Well, he can go. That first attack had to be unarmed because he's just dropping on top of him with his body weight. But once he's down,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So 10 plus 1. So 11 to hit.
11 to hit, unfortunately, does not strike him. Difficulty is 12.
And, so the unarmed, I got thrown off because the unarmed attack doesn't have an attack roll bonus.
All right.
It doesn't. Everything else will have like a +0 or
Yeah.
anything.
It'll have something, but yeah, the attack roll would the unarmed attack wouldn't. Yeah.
I guess it's whatever you say you're using. I don't get it. Whatever. Hey, Demi-Plane, you're missing a spot. Or at least that spot needs an explanation.
All right. So was really relying on you being able to take him out in just that first 1 or 2.
I mean, it was a surprise hit, so.
Yeah, I mean, then that's why you got two attacks, but now he's got to strike back. Yeah, the Empire strike back. So we're looking at, that's a +2 to the attack roll. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit.
Oh. Yeah, it hits.
That is a dagger, which is a D6 +2. That's only 3 points.
And yeah,
Boom.
I'll mark that on the slide.
Okay. Bad guys approach closer, but are not within eye shot yet. Next round, this guy's next action, they will be able to see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, this better fucking do it, man. That's not good.
We've never had this happen yet. This is the first time this has happened.
That's not good. Double ones. We do implement critical fails.
Wow, he's rolled 2 1s on 2d12. There in the rules as written, he would have rolled a critical success with 2 1s, but I never like a system that you can critically succeed where you can't critically fail. So I have implemented the 2 1s is a critical fail, which is he takes stress, I get a fear, and something really bad happens. And that something really bad that happens is a city guard stands up from the table right behind Taiga, and as Taiga is raising his hand to make the attack, this iron grip grabs that wrist. Batty gets a free attack of that. Well, Batty gets to weigh the possibilities of taking a free attack. Rather than taking that attack, he's going to check the table at which this guy is standing to see whether he has friends or not. So, fate roll to see whether there's anybody else sitting at that table.
Any other guard?
Any other guards sitting at that table. There is nobody else sitting at that table. This guy is alone. Before any questioning begins, that iron grip will be met with a hand being placed gingerly on the crossguard of the blade and prying it from Taiga's hands. Once the weapon is secure, the questioning can begin. I am going to do another duality check to see whether this guy will run or stab and run. If he stabs and runs, he's going to stab Taiga and bolt. Either way, he's bolting. He does not want to be questioned by the city guard. The best case circumstances, he leads you out and gets away. The worst case in his mind is he just gets away. That is a 1 on the hope die, an 8 on the fear die. He is going to take an attack and stab Taiga in the belly. Can you roll me an advantage die? Because Taiga is not in a position to dodge or duck or defend himself at all. 14, 15, 16.
20. It's a 4 on the dice.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so 20. Absolutely, that does hit Taiga. This is a dagger, which is once again a D6 plus 2, and that's 6, 7, 8 points of damage to Taiga, and he turns and beats it. So Taiga is like literally like this, and he's like, you're just gonna let him go like.
Yeah, you did take a point of damage to it. So.
So what do you think a city guard would do in this situation? First of all, we need a perception check, the equivalent of a perception check for the city guard to notice whether or not that stab, whether he noticed that stab happening.
Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a good question. But I would imagine a third roll would be good enough.
Yeah.
That's. I gotta use different dice because that is fear. So he did not notice.
He did not notice.
But also that is a 1 and a 2. I gotta use different dice. You're fine. You keep rolling. I want you to roll.
So Taiga asks, are you just gonna let him get away? And the guy goes, I didn't see a knife in his hand.
You see the blood?
Now,
He's been following.
blood on black feathers.
Right. That's not super helpful.
Yeah, just an unperceptive gentleman would see Taiga gesturing. Blood on black feathers, unfortunately, it's just a little extra shinier than it would be without. So he begins the process of bending Taiga's arm back and behind him to get him cuffed up or tied up.
Yeah. He's been following me and my captain all morning. And I imagine he would call out to captain.
He's been following me and my captain all morning. And so you decided to put a dagger in him. Understood.
I'm trying to kill him.
Oh, you were gifting him a blade, were you?
I was hoping landing on his head would knock him out.
Grabs the other arm and begins that process of wrestling Taiga's other arm behind him. The captain absolutely would be aware of stuff happening. We don't need to roll perception checks for him. But his problem is that
Is the tea coming up?
no. Well, the other two black male operatives who were joining the scene have seen what's happening with Taiga and will recognize the captain's description and are probably in a position to do something.
Yes, there's a city guard right here.
Well, we're
Opposite end.
yes. So yeah, interesting circumstance here. So the one that was doing the following has bolted. He's left the scene entirely. The other two would have seen him running, would have clocked the guard holding Taiga's hand and his dagger, and where were they? Would they come up from this direction? So they would have encountered Taiga and their friend first, slowed down at the sight of an active city guard guarding the city, down to a rock, walked on, further examining the area. The other guy would have made his escape down some alleyway. So they're currently in the process of maneuvering across the street and along the sidewalk to try to get in a position to be able to stick daggers in the captain. Or
Have they seen that the captain is present yet?
I would think so, because we know who we're looking for, right? At this point, the other guy said Lasonia crew members walking in the streets. So this cell of the black male knows everybody that's on that ship. So if there's a Galapa, even if there's 5 Galapas in here, there's only one small Galapa who's very well dressed. Yeah. He's going to be easy to pick out. So I feel like they absolutely would have spotted him. And then, so the question is, does the captain know that they are currently maneuvering on him, or is he caught up in Taiga's drop? He's not a tactical guy until he's in the moment. So I would say that he's currently trying to figure out what to do for Taiga and is unaware. But that's if you disagree, I get that.
I agree. I think it would have to be, at best, a perception roll at disadvantage. If he would have seen the other people, is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is he just doesn't fucking know and he's paying attention to Taiga.
Exactly. I agree. We'll put it at 50-50. So it's going to be a 12.
I think I won.
Right on.
19 on the dice. That's a 0 in instinct.
With a +3 advantage. Or disadvantage. So it's 16 then.
So it's still
16 or well over 12. Yep. So yeah, he knows he's being tracked.
I can chalk it up to he was tracking the other guy. He was trying to make sure that he knew that the other guy wasn't going to come straight to him.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's what brought his attention to. There's other people here.
That makes sense. So if they're approaching from either side of him, but are still far enough away as not to actually make, contact, if he were to just suddenly get up and dart across the street, getting very close as he can to the city guard and Taiga, all of a sudden that's 3-2 if they make a move.
Right. And he having clocked them.
Yep. I believe that.
Sir, that's one of my crewmates. I do apologize. What did you catch him for?
Attempted murder, sir.
On who?
On was enough.
And did you question him at all?
Unable to wrest the weapon out of the hand of the attempted murderer.
Why were you trying to hurt him? He was following us, Captain. And we have had some run-in with Black Nail recently.
That'll be on file with the Coppergate. Did that happen in Coppergate or did that happen in Mist Hill? So yeah, that'll be on file with the guards in Mist Hill. So the captain drops that. And then he says,
roll presence?
I think he's already being confounded. If the captain were to say, so you don't have anybody here to actually press charges on against, you have no victim, and so how can there be a crime if there's no victim? So yeah, let's do a presence roll. I'm gonna get, this is not a warrior, this is a dumbass city guard. We're only gonna get a +1 on the advantage, but we're gonna put that at on the other side of 50-50, so we'll say it's a 13 target number.
So it's with fear, but the fear dice is a 12.
Oh, nice.
The dice is an 11. It's not a +3.
All right, yeah. So the guard thinks for a moment.
What is going on right now?
He releases Taiga. So I'll release him into your custody. I'm keeping the dagger. Can't have you presenting more of a danger to the public.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure he keeps to himself.
Now let's see about those two black nails. During this interaction, what are they doing? They were in like two hyenas, two jackals that were starting to kind of move along a wall and through the crowd. One of them stepping gently over that waist-high wrought iron fence that demarcates the outside eating area, the service area outside the cafe. And then suddenly the captain steps up and quickly, doesn't run, but quickly opens the gate, steps through, crosses the street, and begins his interaction. What do these guys do upon seeing the captain suddenly move closer to the guard?
I imagine they would initially be suspicious of being made, but also understanding what was going on and that is the captain's crew member. Like, maybe they didn't notice us, and he's just trying to get his guy out of trouble.
Right.
So I think they're gonna. I think what would happen would be they would try and blend into the area while replacing the other guy that ran off. Right, fine, we're just gonna tail him for now.
So, but the captain did make them. He is aware of them, and so he would say, he'd be a sweet talker. He was a sergeant. Here's 2 coins for your trouble. And might I suggest that anyone in the immediate area wearing a black cloak with gray hem work and another with scarlet hand wrappings, who might be in the immediate area, will have been friends to the black male at the very least. And the guy's like looking at the captain, like confusedly, and the captain's like, and so the captain's like looking over the shoulder. So let's do another duality or another fate check to see if. Oh, hope wins. So the captain, the guard sergeant, takes those coins. His eyes narrow over the captain's shoulder. He says, "I think I understand, sir. Off with you." Taiga snaps up and makes his way out to the sidewalk.
Captain, we didn't get our breakfast. I know, Taiga. Let's go.
Yeah. And you hear the clatter of a table smashing against a chair as one of the guys that had been following the captain turns to run, and there's a table right there. So he smashes into the table smashes into chair, and chaos ensues. Like a Michael Bay movie, if that were an explosion, we would have the captain and Taiga walking down the street, we're facing them, and we see all this chaos of people running the guard, moving up on these guys, the other guys in the background, people standing up going, "Hey, you messed my table up." Just casual chaos. And the captain smirking as he moves to Newgate to go meet with Bixley. Please excuse me.
You know, that spot where you went off track
Mm-hmm.
while you were drawing the line.
Yeah.
That was so appropriate.
Yeah, actually, yeah. This will happen in the on that side of the street. That's kind of cool.
So, anyways,
So we pass through the gates. Last time we were on the other side. The other we used the other gate. Where is my? Oh, there it is. There. This is the one because this is the set of buildings. I think that has Bixley's. Oh, that was where the warehouse was.
Warehouse was. We went to collect the herbs.
Yeah. But anyway, we have gone. Let's see, what did we do? Yeah, we came up here and then we came up through here. Yeah, okay. And then that's where we went in. Okay.
So we finished our travel and we're at the Alabaster Flat now.
Yes, we are. Sorry. I'm overthinking it. You're right. Bixley, what are we doing here?
We are here to see if she's come to any conclusions about the Silk Kiss.
That's true. So we were looking for something that's hopefully more effective than the Silk Route.
Silk Bane.
Silk Bane Route, yes. Okay, so let's see here.
Decisions.
My inclination is to say no but I don't know what that but is. And without a but, it's just a no, because that kills drama. If it's a yes, that kills drama. So no but is the only way to be able to continue this line of drama, because I believe we've only touched the surface of what Narsa could be in.
Yeah.
And if we pull her right out immediately, then what do we do that for? So what is the but?
Maybe they have identified one or two of the components. Or did they?
Yes. There was the ghost. What was it called?
The ghost.
Yeah, that, and that's something that's in custody of the other campaign. But still information that would be valuable in general. Bing, bing, bing.
Am I still registering?
Is it your audio?
Yeah, is my audio still registering?
Yeah.
Okay. The lights over here aren't going off very often.
No. Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Yours is going off just fine. But when I'm talking, I'm barely
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. So hit your power button again.
hit my power button again. Oh, I'm turned off now.
Yeah. Yellow one, yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Wonder how long that's been.
Can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Wonder how long that's been. Yeah, that's funky. Sorry, guys. It can't have been too long because I've seen that glowing. Make sure anybody yours is still glowing. Well, that's good. So I guess there's going to be a question of the quality of the audio. My voice carries well enough, though. So. Right. You may just be a little bit quieter than usual. Okay. Okay. So Bixley, upon seeing the captain enter, there's a deep sigh. Captain, you're welcome in this place. It's good to see you again. We've learned a lot, but unfortunately, no progress has been made on affecting the depth of the addiction. At least not in such a way as to be appreciably more than what. Well, let me try it. Love you. I love you too. Hello, testing. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's showing up like it is. You stay turned on, please. So they found nothing for to help with the addiction, but Yours is still 10 miles. Yeah, no, I know. If it was pointing away from me, it still is. It's the correct place to put it. You could attach it to your beard, but that won't feel good. Yeah, no. And I think these clips are plastic, which means magnets not take it out of useful. Have to use two magnets to get the magnet system to work. Anyway, so yeah, haven't been able to make any better headway than was made by your herbalist. However, we have identified the phosphorescent moss that is used as a primary component and is the actually addictive substance found within the silk kiss. It's grown entirely in the Principality of Anger. There's a network of caves, of caverns, in which these mosses grow and are harvested. They're used primarily for things like ghost light potions and things that focus on the phosphorescent qualities. We had no idea that such mosses had qualities that could be used to control men the way this one is. It seems that the intelligence operatives of the kingdom have found a far more nefarious use for this particular ingredient, and are worried that they have the sole means of production and nobody has known where it's been coming from. Now we have this very strong evidence that this is coming straight out of kingdom territory. That's good for its own reasons, I suppose, but not particularly helpful to our situation right now. To your immediate one, no, but I should think that to the Accord in general, being able to point the finger directly at Anger as for where the silk kiss is coming from, because as I mentioned, these cases of addictions have been cropping up more and more frequently. Yes, now we know, or at least we have a good idea as to the who and perhaps the why. Yes, that's all good. The only relief we have in this conversation is that the treatment the herbalist has given us has been appearing to help. It's not easy, but it does appear to be helping. Maybe if there's something to the combination of both, where lies the difficulty? You say it's been difficult. Where lies this difficulty that you mentioned? Well, she doesn't seem to be able to keep it down very often. Oh, that might be something we can help with. Really? Particularly now that we know the nature of the components. So, it's nothing I can have for you today. We have enough to keep us going for another trip or two, I suppose, so I'll have to double check that. But we do seem to be in good hands, at least. It's making it bearable for her. All right. Well, give me another day, perhaps two, before you check in. I'll see what I can concoct. We've just gotten into town yesterday, so we will still need to spend a couple days to find stuff to transport, as it were. So we'll definitely be in town still. Whether or not we'll be safe is another question entirely, but we're working on. We're working. Yes. Understood. Understood. Well, I wish you well. Please try to be so safe as you can be, and I'll try to be fast and effective. And don't rush anything if it'll cause problems. You're dealing with it, that means you're thinking of something. So anyways, I'm thinking of possibilities. We're going to be in Vigantia for a couple of days. We've already caused plenty of problems for those one assholes. And now we have potential poor standing with local guards. So, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of potential. Okay. He does still have the sleeping set as well. So even if they do start running low on the silk bane, right, we still have that we have not even tried to see if that will help in the way that we want it to, right? But aside from that, everything else is how many doses of the silk bane do we have left? Right, and I can't remember how many we said. I think it was 18, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. It was so long ago. It was like 18 days. Oh, we're only on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, since we've been keeping track. So we're down to the last 8. Oh, no, wait. Times 3, because we've been using 1/3 doses. That's the silk. Correct. Yes. Yes. Well, and that was all I was answering. You're talking about the bane. Yeah. We received what we said was 3 full big clay jars of it. Something like that. Yeah. We're gonna run out of the kits before we run out of the bane. Hopefully not. Agreed, but yeah, no. Yeah, running out of the bane is the bigger problem. Yeah. Okay, so we're but still 18 times 3 is like 54 or something like that. Still almost 2 months. 18 times 3. It is 54. Good on you. So yeah, close to 2 months full, and we're only yeah, and not all of these are. That's only 2/3. That makes for 1 dose. That makes for 2 doses and 2/3. 3 doses. 1, 2, 3, 4 doses. 1, 2, 4 doses and 2/3 so far since we've been dosing it. So 54. We got 49 and 1/3. She has to fail an awful lot. Yes. Yeah, okay. So really we don't need to track for running out, we just need to track for effectiveness of the bane. Okay. Cool. Well, that's good news. I think. Okay. So we're done with our business here. That would be a long trip back if we just went around the wall, but we wouldn't be backtracking into right? But we'd also be spreading faces around, being recognized by other members. Potentially. So that right there is a coin toss. I mean, there's something to be said for a cloak, a hooded cloak, and a presence roll. Yeah. I mean, if you try to pass softly, yeah. The other side of that is the benefit to taking the wall and spreading the potential face around is maybe we find a contract or two along the way. Right. That's the other half of where the captain's head is going to be at. No, that's actually that's very cool. So that'll give us if we take the long way home today, that'll give us 1d4 checks for contracts per district. Per district. Okay. With that said, though, there's Newgate, Noonhill, and Coppergate. Yeah. That he would really only be doing that. Correct. As opposed to if he went through town, it'd be Newgate, Twin Fairs, Noonhill, Mist Hill, and Coppergate. Right. So, but only one check per district, so yeah. Looking at 3, 6, no, up to 12, sorry, 12, 1d4 checks. So max of 12 or 8. Well, 1 would be 5. If it's only one per. Oh, so where are you guys? This is 3 versus 5. I see. Got some the number of districts we're passing through. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a little confusing since it's 5. So 12 potential or 5 potential. Yeah, it makes sense that we would. And he hasn't done that trek since we've been here either time yet. So it would be one of those take that new way just to see if he does get anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's potentially spreading his face around a little bit more. Right. Contracts. Yeah. He's a businessman. Okay. All right. So what for how do? These are happened by duality dice, by fate checks. What I will do, and I'm gonna come up with I thought it did, but it's probably somewhere else. Did what? Oh, we did. We don't let the cargo chart. Yes, we do have one of those already. Cargo. Yeah. So. Well, and then we were doing a D6 for points forward and points backwards. Yes. To determine where the delivery was going to be to. And camera's all still behaving. Yeah, we're looking good. A little bit of mic trouble, but everything else seems to be behaving. Yeah. Since we've pressed play, at least. So I need. No, I don't want to use it. That one? No, I don't want to use one. So 1, 2, 3 will be effectively north, 4, 5, 6 will be effectively south. In the event that we find a contract, I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna. All right, yeah. Let's do the Newgate first of Newgate. Yep. So you said 1d4 to find how many opportunities we're going to get. So it's 2. First opportunity. 6. Or this is fate, yeah. Or I used the wrong dice. So let me. No, I'm not doing that pair anymore because that pair rolls shit. Here. Okay, negative on the first one. Fear. All right, nothing in Newgate. Noon Hill, please. D4 says 3. All right. Here, nothing in the first one because that's a 4 and a 1. My dice don't like doing nothing today. That is fear, 6 and 5. Okay, last one. We ain't getting nothing. Really? Fear, 12 and 11. Wow, nothing in Noon Hill. Jeez, come on. Ugly. A D4 for Mr. Hill. One. Okay, 1 check in Mr. Hill. Changing again. Doing those 2. Quick. Fear. Wow, nothing in Mist Hill. 12 and 1. We're getting banished. All right, D4 for Coppergate. Get off. Orange tabby on my desk. What else on the floor? I put that anywhere. I don't know where it went. And that's the fucking middle one, which means it's going to be sharp. Got it. Oh, God, that blended in nicely. Thank you. You good? Yeah. Okay. Okay, 2. Fear, 1 and 2. It's not looking good. Not spending too much time looking over his shoulder. Right? That's got to be what it is. 11 and 2, fear. No contracts available today. Damn. Wow. That's wow. He didn't want to talk to nobody. Apparently, he's just he's putting people off today. They don't want to talk to him. What is that? That's this is this. For a man campaign. Here. Okay. All right, back to the Lasonia. Did they have an uneventful existence? That is a good question. That is a very good question. I imagine if anybody was around, they would have noticed the Lasonia. Yeah, no, and that's what we had established, that in Coppergate, that was when they got picked up. That was when they got their tail. So the one that went to go notify the rest of the team, the reason the rest of the team only came back as one extra guy with the original there were two that spotted. One followed. One went to go collect. He went, notified the cell. The cell said, "Well, we're going to have to put someone on the ship, someone to watch the ship, and that means we can only spare one person right now to go follow those guys to catch up with the two that we know where they are right now." Right. So the rest of the day, the Lasonia has been under watch. So the follow-up question there is, has anybody noticed that they've been being... Yeah. Well, we'll say that Telly's would have advantage because he's got sails, so he's in the rigging. He's elevated. And he's also particularly paranoid because the stitches are still healing. So we'll give him advantage on his check. Kane would be down underneath, not inclined to be looking through windows or stepping up to go look over the side rail, so we can skip him. Same with Narsa. Narsa's feeling just okay because she's on a third of a dose. She's not feeling great. So she wouldn't be particularly active, and if the captain hasn't assigned her anything, haven't assigned anyone anything to do during this first part of being in port, there's nothing for her to do other than either be annoying or feel sick. Yeah. So that does kind of leave why can I not remember your character's name today? Nivelle. Oh my god. That leaves Nivelle with the ability to kind of be back and forth between upper deck and lower deck. And then Brynja, War, and Roma. So do you want to do Telly's first? Sure. Can you roll my advantage for me? Yep. All right. Perception check. Let's do a target number. We'll say they're effective at hiding. So it's going to put it at 15. Yeah, I feel comfortable with a 15. So I have rolled. That is 17 with fear. 17. This is Achilles. Characters. Oh, come on. I was. Don't check me out. You just had me in. Achilles. All right. Plus 2. So that's 17, 18, 19, and 5. Plus 5? 24. I'd say that bodes well. If they're out there, he has identified them. Do we need to roll anybody else with that? I don't think so, unless he doesn't say anything to anybody, which he absolutely would at least to Narsa, just out of habit. And yeah, so is he? Let's see here. With plus 0, I'm gonna have to. All right, good. 9 with hope. 10 with 2 with fear. So he would once he's got an idea of where they're posted up watching the boat, finish his task and not call out to somebody and say, "Hey, look over there." That was a possibility. So at one point, after finishing whatever task he was working on, he drops down, pokes his head down the stairwell. There's a field whistle trying to get someone to poke their head through the door downstairs, so that he doesn't actually have to go all the way downstairs because lazy. Right. It'd probably be Kane who's closest to the door, given where his galley is. So Kane pokes his head around. Says, "What? This is they're here. They're watching us. Like nails. I got him spotted. All right, I'll tell the first mate." No, so I can't believe I'm not remembering anybody's names right now. He's focusing on what's going on, right? Not who it's going on to. So Achilles pops back up and starts heading back up into the rigging again to go back to work and to see about keeping an eye, seeing if he can track down if there's anybody else. It's just this one person. It's important to know. So, well, you look like you're making preparations to. So Narsa knows that there's Black Nail around. I want to do a fate roll. She's gonna keep her cool, or she's gonna go chasing down. She is currently on a third of a dose, so it's fate roll. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hope. All right, it's close, but it's hope. She controls herself. That probably took a little bit of talking from Neville. Hey. He's taking it. Francis taking it. We're nearly there. We got him. So yeah, so that happens. All right. So we'll say that now the majority of the day passes by. We took a long time getting back. It was 7 o'clock when we started. 7 to 8:30 to get up to Newgate. A half an hour, 45 minutes there for Bixley's at the Alabaster Vial Club. Yeah. And then we stop for lunch and tea. Don't get it, but that is another half an hour of finagling and waiting, and then finally jumping on top of a guy, getting caught by the guard. So that is at 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. So that's noon by the time we start heading along the long path down, and we'll say that was 1 hour. No, it was 2 hours. 3 hours, so that's 5. 1 hour is 6, and then 2 more in Coppergate. Was that 2 more in Coppergate? Yes, that was 2 more in Coppergate. So it is 7, 8 o'clock in the evening now. By the time the captain and Taiga get back to the ship. So disappointed. Nothing positive to show for the day. Yeah, no, that's no contracts, nothing, even an inkling of actual hope for Narsa. No new hope for Narsa, right? Anyways, that's rough. Yeah. It was a bad day. I mean, Taiga didn't get arrested. Right? That's positive. I don't think he was that bad at it. He got stabbed though, and he approaches Naval. He says, "Am I going to need stitches for this?" Nah, I don't think you'll need stitches. I think you'll be fine. Knock it off. Knock it off! Let's see. No, he will. I've forgotten who has what. Damn. Okay, so it's just... Oh, I didn't do that. Oh well. I've been pretty consistent with that anyways, so... yeah, so... He'll, Oh, that's only for incoming damage, so I can't even do that. The only thing I can do is, burn 3 hope and clear a hit point for him. Yeah, it's not gonna need... Walk it off! I can help him tend wounds during downtime, but... And he's only got 1 HP marked and 2 armor slots. And a stress. Right? So, there's some work that needs to be done for Taiga, but ultimately his life is not in danger. So the captain, basically the end of the day, isn't it? I think it is. The captain gets informed that they do have someone watching them, and he says, all right, then we can't afford to have what happened last time happen, so dinner in the galley. More so, we're going to head out into the bay. We're not going to stay portside. So we'll drop anchor in the bay. They'll have to come to us on their own boat in order to do anything, and that would be stupid. Fair. That makes plenty of sense. Yeah. But it's not in the bay here. It's actually in the river. Yeah. But that's a day's trip. Yeah, to head all the way out. But you can center up on the river. It's like it's a very wide river, Mississippi River wide. So yeah, that's right. Yeah, whole ass day. Nope. Not worth going all the way out. Nope. We'll go that far. Okay. So, dinner and the night. Yep. Anything interesting overnight? Anything interesting for dinner? Beginning a new day long. So, bro, anything happened when they pull up anchor and move out into the deeper water. They see that we're not actually leaving, so yeah, they're just gonna keep watching. So let's talk about them above the table for a moment. Okay. If you were the black nail cell of Vigantia, you had one of your guys full on killed by the crew of this mission. You've had a few other circumstances where there's been fighting, where there's been trouble, potential legal involvement. Yesterday, we don't know whether or not he actually ended up taking anybody into custody, or yeah, that's an in the air thing. Yeah, but I don't see it as being really affecting anything more. It is enough that it was trouble that the Black Nail have had to navigate, and so that is more reason than for them to be fuck these guys pissed off at the very least. So you are a cell. You are in a major metropolitan area. Um, it's easy enough to have regular people and your own people watching and calling favors uh, if you feel it need be. Has it reached that point where the Black Nail would be like, we gotta fucking do something about these people? Like, if that happened last night, right? Or not last night, but the last time. Yeah, they tried to attack him on the dock. Yeah. That was using their own resources, only their crew. Yeah. And it did not go well for them. So if they decide they're going to take action again, it's going to be under different circumstances and with more resources. People that they will have called in, people that owe them favors, or that they go into debt in order to get their help. Yeah, but who? So with that said, because that's an interesting concept, who would they go into debt to get a favor from? Right? It would have to be someone very effective, like the city guard. Put the city guard in your pocket. How about the collective? We have Archer Collective. Ooh. Ooh. I like your brain. Should I have kept my mouth shut? Yes. No, yes. Dude. Okay, open. Come on, I'm here. You know me. There. Good, we have that available to us. It's appropriate. This is what's on when we're. Yes, yes. So not that you need more help or more distractions, but I'm going to talk while you're doing that. We've already discussed that both golems and planks can exist underwater without issue. There are also the tidekin and the ribbid that are. So we don't know how long ago that happened. It's dying right now anyway, also.
So don't even bother.
Turning mine on. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna get into a fight, but that's not gonna happen if our audio is messed up. So, we're gonna call it for tonight. Sorry about that, guys. We'll have to, find out when the audio went out, and we'll do a summary video for you tomorrow. Sorry, still learning what the capabilities of the new hardware are. So these are new mic sets, and they don't last as long as I thought they did.
Quality's good though.
Yeah, when they work awesome. So that's gonna be it for us.
Yo, Garcon, I believe I'm done with the cheese. I'll take a rich foreign tea, many thanks and please. Only 3 lumps and some cream just to tease, that's lovely. Now, drop the beat. I may be a galapa, a turtle by birth, but I'm the grandest bard to sail upon this fantastical earth. My shell is my castle, on my rhythm is my law, the finest maritime percussionist you ever saw. They see a small captain and they start to act brash, until I drop a beat and save us all from the crash. I don't need a cutlass to settle a score, I use morale and my music to settle the war. I sail the Lasonia, the wandering shale, and if you touch my tea I'll send you straight to whale. Let's just say I prefer a de-escalation through polite conversation and circulated hydration. So pour it out, hot and sweet. Captain Ridley is bringing the beat from the Rezantum Wood to the Vegadia shore. We don't wanna fight, we just want a bit more of the good life, the tea life, the rhythm of the waves, while the crew behaves and the barbarian raves. And the barbarian raves. Now the river stands a rowdy, always itching for a scrap. Bring your wants to break a jog or is bringing up a trap. Athletes in the rig and throwing weights upon the foe, while the veil reaps the whirlwind with the sanctified glow. It's a balance in that, keeping this chaos in line, like pairing a purple gillfish with the Calmer's white wine. I tap upon the bongos and I keep morale high underneath the heavy clouds of a bronze and gray sky. So pour it out, hot and sweet. This badass captain is bringing the beat from the port of the wheel to the Corius board. We don't really wanna fight, we just want a bit more of the good life, the tea life, the rhythm of the waves, while the crew behaves and the barbarian raves. And the barbarian raves. We face the giant pelicans with beaks like garden spades, and navigated trouble with the blackness dark brigades. I've ordered in Vegantia for potions and for parts to cure the silk kiss poison that was breaking all the hearts up. My heart needs no dagger when his words are smooth as silk. I'd rather come to terms than to cry over spilled milk. So hoist the mainsail, let the Lasonia glide, with the cup of tea in hand and the ocean on our side. So pour it out, hot and sweet. This rhythm is reptilian, is bringing the beat from the Bay of Invares to the Drurum door. We don't really mind a fight, but we prefer a bit more of the good life, the tea life, the rhythm of the waves, while the crew behaves and the barbarian raves. And the barbarian raves. Up in the crow's nest, Taiga scanning the blue, sketching rude portraits of the rest of the crew. He's a murder with a knife for every shiny little thing, while Kane is below making the galley pots ring. My one-eyed rivet, he's a guardian stout, though his compass reading leaves a reasonable doubt. But with Mason with grappler he does defend the hull, ensuring that life on this ship is never dull. So pour it out, hot and sweet. This tea-infused timpanist is bringing the beat from the Muslim stun bay to the deep sea floor. We don't ever want to sink, we only want a bit more of the good life, the tea life, the rhythm of the waves, while the crew behaves and the barbarian raves. And the barbarian raves. Delicious, simply divine. Carry on, number one. Mind the tempo. Slurp.